Hi, I'm Colonel Todd McCaffrey. Like you, I recently returned to Hawaii after 15 months in Iraq with the 2nd Stryker Brigade Combat Team. I'm talking to you today about a very important survey you will be taking. This short video, about 8 minutes long, is to help you understand why it's important you answer the questions you'll see honestly and completely. In a few minutes, you'll hear 3 soldiers talk about their previous combat experiences. They'll talk about what they experienced and what it was like when they came back home. They will describe what each of us might feel when we return from combat and what it feels like after the homecoming parties are over, when things settle down, or do they really? That's what they're going to be talking about. Most soldiers experience some level of difficulty adjusting from life in Iraq or Afghanistan to life at home. So what you feel may make you think you're different. The reality is that most of us go through some stress of adjustment. The Army has changed. We fight differently than we have in the past, and we now better recognize the challenges soldiers may face when they come home. Army medicine has changed also, and now better recognizes the mental and emotional challenges of redeployment and reintegration. What I'd like to emphasize is this: there is no stigma to admitting to having mental as well as physical health problems, whatever the cause. You owe it to yourself, your battle buddies, and to those you love to answer the questions in the following survey honestly, so you can help professionals help you get the care that fits your needs. Be honest in answering the questions. This computer survey is critical for helping healthcare specialists determine quickly how best to help you adjust and return to the reset and training mode here at Schofield Barracks. The quicker your problems are identified, the faster you can get on with your life from here on out. We owe that to you and need your help to make that happen. Thanks again for your service, your sacrifice, and for your commitment.
Hello, my name is Ad Godinez, 2nd Brigade, 2nd Stryker Brigade Combat Team, Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. I have 2 of my Ranger buddies with me here today to talk to you a little bit.
I'm Sergeant Major Earl James Snyder. I'm in the 2nd Stryker Brigade as well. I've been in the Army for 25 years.
I'm Staff Sergeant Smith. I'm in Charlie Company 127, 2nd Stryker Brigade Combat Team, and I've been here for 7 years.
We're here with the SELF program, the Soldier Evaluation for Life Fitness program, to talk to you a little bit about the automated survey you're going to go through here shortly and about our post-deployment experiences.
I'm sure these 2 guys have seen a lot of the same things I've seen, and being the older soldier, I guess, my first combat operation was in Desert Storm. And as a young staff sergeant, as a platoon sergeant at 23 years old, leading soldiers in that kind of environment was a lot of stress for a young man to shoulder. And I know when I came back from Iraq, I had a lot of things wrong with me, both physically and mentally. I wasn't sleeping well. I was having nightmares, restless, and there were some physical ailments. But because I was afraid of repercussions to my career, I didn't speak up. I was afraid I was going to get, blacklisted, if you will. And when you come home during that time, you get off the plane, you shake your hand, you turn your rifle in, and off you go. There's nobody there to kind of say, hey, there's something going on there. This time when I came back in 2005, and I'm sure you guys can relate, I noticed, again, I had the same similar problems. Disconnected to things, just displaced, didn't feel like it belonged. Had some physical ailments again that I noticed before, and then at this time I was a little wiser. And thank God for my wife. She says, hey, you probably need to go talk to somebody, and that's what I did.
And really, there are 2 things that I think we want to talk to you about before I let Sergeant Abe Smith talk to you. Is that, 1, I am not comfortable talking to you about this right now. It is not something that any one of us come to you comfortably talking about. But if we don't talk to you about it, we as the leaders that you're comfortable with, then you're probably not going to feel comfortable at least taking the next step. You have experienced something that less than 0.5% of this nation has experienced. You have been to combat. Then there's a small portion of you, like us, that have been shot at by people. Whether you've been shot at, RPG'd, or been responsible or around the killing of someone else. Instead of really being excited about being home, I felt a lack of purpose. I felt an anger to all the bureaucracies around me, and the funny way that regular life just kind of continues while we're deployed. And when we come back, how it doesn't seem how important this war is on terror. And so I share that with you only because those are normal reactions.
I thought, personally, I was strong enough to shoulder it. But it took 6 months of sleeping the day away, sleeping the night away, not talking with my family, easy snapping, arguing, bickering, didn't want to play with my kids, had no motivation whatsoever. And the only thing I wanted to do was be around my Ranger buddies, my battle buddies. But it took sitting down with my wife and a family friend and saying, I can't do this on my own. It'll take your breath away. And I was in tears that day. It totally changed my life. It made me realize you're not a weaker person for admitting the problem. It's normal for a soldier to come home with problems. If you have ever had to check your buddy's pulse to see if he was still breathing, or had to put your buddies on a helicopter or in a FLA because they were wounded and you had to listen to them screaming, or had to duck while bullets were flying your way, it's normal for you to come home with some issues.
The ones I loved that I wanted to come back home to, that was actually hurting more because I'm doing simple homework projects with my kids and I'm yelling at them for no apparent reason. Everything as simple as a red light at a traffic light was sending me through the roof.
Your soldiers need to see you as something more than a leader, than a hard charger. To be able to communicate well with your soldiers, they need to see you as a person. They need to understand that you have flaws as well, or things affect you just as much as it affects them. And if it doesn't, then you're a robot. And none of us are robots. We're all imperfect. We were all put on this planet to do something, and fortunately, our job is soldiers.
That's right.
Admit that you have something going on is one of the biggest things that you can do in your entire life, not only as a soldier, but as a person as well, to help you better understand what's going on in life, where do you go from here, and what can you do to help so that people in the future know that there's opportunities out there for them to see what's going on and that there's people willing to help them.
The self-assessment is one, it's about being selfless, one of the core values that we believe in the Army. It's about being honorable and answering with integrity what you've been through, what you're experiencing, so that you are selfish in the way that you take care of yourself for your family. Because the impact upon your family and on our unit is immense if you are not able to step out of here and be prepared to be deployed again, or to go back into society and give back from all of your experiences that you have had deployed. No one can take that away from you. No one owes you anything, but no one can take that away from you. You have served our nation honorably, and so as you finish this deployment, remember this is the next step in our mission. Our mission is wellness for ourselves and for our family, and ultimately for our unit to complete its mission. That's your soldier's duty.